4-3 on serve. Second set. First set to Seles. Best of 5 set. Virginia Slims Championship match at Madison Square Garden. Live coverage. Seles serve.
Well, Martina would have felt she had a lost opportunity on that point. She was poised, ready to play the backhand approach.
Well done. $15 all.
Well, Martina gets herself to net here, and Monica chases down this, does a great job just reaching it, but look how quickly Martina moves in. And it's 15 all. You have a feeling that any service game now of Monica's, Martina's going to make a big move and going to threaten. She's yet to have a break point.
I think that's her best shot.
The forehand.
A forehand cross court. That's
well,
short
we'll see a bunch of players there. You got Virginia Wade to the right, Wendy Turnbull to her left, far left. Kathy Rinaldi with a funny hairdo with a red outfit in the top left-hand corner. She sprained her ankle the very first night here, Monday night. Had to default in the third set of the doubles.
30-15 in this game. Wide, 30 all. You also got to look at Arantxa Sanchez Vicario and her mother. By the way, she was called Arantxa Sanchez. There she is. Until she won the French Championships. Then in honor of her mom, she said, I'm going to use her maiden name.
It's just to confuse everyone. A woman's priority.
Oh.
Great approach shot. And this is the first break point that Martina Navratilova has. It was about the same time, 4 games all. In fact, in the first set, that Seles got her first break. It's 4-3 now in the second.
And Martina's got to take her time, make sure she's not too over-eager, and put the ball back in play.
Oh, left-handed serve. Into the left-hander. She went into the backhand side. Bad bounce, maybe?
Well, maybe, but Martina tried to hit over it. She should have played a firm slice, a safe shot, get her into the point.
Great approach shot down the line. Another break point.
And I think she'll handle this break point better. Martina usually doesn't make the same mistake twice.
There's the break. Navratilova will serve for the set.
Pam, how does Monica feel? No one here wants her to win.
Yeah, but she's number one. She's paid well to have no one want her to win.
Navratilova serving second set. She lost the first. This game, if she wins it, will even the match.
Well, Martina's got to play a great service game to consolidate to serve out this second set. But
do you think Martina thought that was a let?
I don't know. I didn't hear her complain. Maybe she did.
Ooh.
Well, scored attempt is short, 30-15.
She's also getting closer to the net on her first volleys now. She's at least a yard and a half closer to the net for her first volleys, moving in.
Well, and the last first serve was 88 miles an hour, which gets her in a lot quicker than those ones that you serve at 96.
set point. Craig Gordon says that she has to be committed. She mustn't play so carefully, so conservatively. And that's what you've seen from Navratilova today. The match is even 1-all. Best of 5 sets. The Virginia Slims final from Madison Square Garden. We'll be back. Okay, settle back. First game's third set. And the crowd. I don't remember being in a match other than like a Davis Cup match, for example, where the crowd have really got into things to the extent that this crowd here in New York has got into this match.
She was right there, trying to go cross court.
And now we come down to a best 2 out of 3 set match. So really the first 2 sets were warm up. They've been out on the court an hour and 8 minutes, and now it's a best 2 out of 3 set match.
Changing momentum in the match now, isn't there?
I think it all turned when Monica had the break points on Martina's service game at 3-all, and she let the one go that was called in by the umpire. Martina ended up winning that game and carried the momentum over to break Seles' serve at 4-3 and then served it out.
Game point, Seles. Monica Seles, 1-11, third set. We'll return with ABC's coverage of the Virginia Slims Championships. Madison Square Garden Virginia Slims Championship. Seles leading 1-love, third set, 1-all. Navratilova serving. Third double fault. They're getting more and more, aren't they? Those who have won Grand Slams titles before their 21st birthday. Monica Seles has got 4. Navratilova didn't, but she won a lot after that.
Well, Martina's first one was Wimbledon 1978, which was also my first Wimbledon, and Martina was 22 years old then.
Grant has won 9. Margaret Court from Australia 7. Chris Everett 4. And break points.
It's interesting. Maybe Martina didn't settle back down after winning that second set. She was very emotional after winning it. She hasn't played a good start of the third.
Only broken once in the match, Monica Seles. She has had 6 chances. There's another one. Not in enough time to do anything with the passing shot, and Navratilova has saved another break point.
Those half volleys on the first volley have really saved her. That one was especially deep.
Well, another one, another break point for Seles.
And for Martina being a left-hander, she tries to serve out wide to Seles' backhand, and it's hard for her to get the spin going in the right way. It comes back into Seles' body, gives her an easier angle, easier reach. Oh. Martina thinks it's just as well that was a fault.
In fact, when she hit, even though it was long, you pointed out that she should have hit one that was called. But she should have hit and didn't. Lost it, cost her.
Martina's playing down the middle. Now she opens it up.
That is long. Martina knew at the minute that she hit the ball, and I should judge that it hit the line back there. She is not looking at the linesperson for a change in fall. It is 2 games to love. Seles in the third set.
The Virginia Slings Championships. Brought to you by Fuji Cameras. Fuji, a new way of seeing things. And by the Milford Plaza, one of New York's finest hotels.
Seles serving at 2 games to love third set.
So finally she got a second break
After 8 break points.
And for Martina to win this match, she's going to have to fight off another 7 or 8 break points, if not more. Martina's won a lot of the second points on the Seles' service games, but she's got to start winning more of the first points. Get Seles down, love 15.
Well, scored is wide, and it is Navratilova ahead in this game, 15-30.
Pulled up on it instead of moving forward, pulling up with the top part of your body. Oh, that was a good shot.
Oh.
How often have you heard when you were younger, Pam, bend your knees?
Well, at being 6 feet tall, I heard it a lot, Arthur.
On the returner serve in particular.
That's good.
And Monica, again, she thinks that ball is out, but she takes care of it anyway with a winner, but after the point, she let her thoughts known about the call.
Game point.
To Seles, so she is ahead now by 3 games to love with a break to serve.
All of the points that she has come into the net behind. Navratilova, 44 of 76, according to Leo 11, for 58%. But Seles has come in far fewer times. You'd expect that, of course.
Seles only been in the net 4 times. Martina comes in the net 4 times in every game, at least.
Maybe on 1 point.
Seles doesn't lob that much.
We should have been here when Pam's father came up after doing her opening from courtside. She said, "Isn't this great? The crowd, 15,000 people here in Madison Square Garden, best of 5 sets. It must make the president of the WTA feel great about women's tennis."
It does. Actually, yesterday, because it's sort of a super Saturday of women's tennis yesterday, with both semifinals and a doubles final, and yesterday was an absolute sellout. And today there's a couple hundred seats left, but still about 18,000, I think, is the about capacity.
15:30. Martina Navratilova has won 157 titles alongside Chris Evert. If she wins this today, she will overtake Chris, the all-time career singles titles won.
And Chris is watching this from her home in Aspen, Colorado with her new baby boy, Alex.
Congratulations.
And husband, Andy, who's not so new. He's been around a little while.
Yeah, he was on the slopes most of the time.
You know, Pam, I really miss seeing Martina and Chris square off.
But what's interesting is 2.5 years or so after Chris Evert's retired, they're still squaring off, but off court on the record books.
83 to 87. Take a look. Finals on 17 of 19 Grand Slam events. Single.
My favorite was the 85 French Open final. Chris hit a two-handed backhand down the line to win it, 7-5 in third.
Having said all of that, has women's tennis ever been healthier than right now?
No, but boy, it would be even more healthy if Chrissy was still out here playing, but we're glad she's got the little kid.
Well, that's a good passing shot. Martina a bit flat-footed there. She's really not guessing when she's at the net which side Monica's going to go to. She just stays there. You see, she doesn't fake.
Exactly right, because when Monica has such a shot like that, she's not going to hit it down the center, so you've got to go one side.
Game point, Navratilova. By the way, talking about 157 titles, going for 158. Jimmy Connors has won 111. He's the winningest player, current player. Leva won 142 in his career. He's won 2 Grand Slams. Game to Navratilova. So Navratilova would be the winningest player, man or woman, of all time.
I hate to think how many doubles titles through the years she's won, and that's something that doesn't happen so much now. The younger
Martina's won 91
doubles.
Yeah. So
oh, that's a good shot.
A lot of them with you, Ben.
A few of them, yeah. Well, Martina's got choices on her backhand return. She can either hit over it, slice it, or hit it flat, and that one was pretty flat.
And she pulled up, but she didn't hit it with topspin. She hit through it with her racket face relatively open.
Mm. 15 all, by the way, let me correct that, not 91, 92, because you two won this tournament last night.
That's right, it was our 2 years. It had been a long time since we'd won a tournament together. Ooh, second ace for Monica Seles.
I was checking some stats on YouTube the other day, and you were WTA doubles team of the year 8 consecutive years.
Sounds like the fix was in. Martina was right there. It would have been below the level of the tape at the net. This match now, 1 hour, 24 minutes gone.
30 all.
2 questions, Pam, in just a second, about Martina getting tired. And the other question, Pam, is Seles normally in a 2 and a 3 set match would be looking, if she wins this game, at being 2 games away from winning the match. But that's not the case today.
Well, Martina might get a little tired, but this crowd will help her in the final stages of this match. Martina said at the start of the match she didn't think it would come down to a question of physical fitness, that they both would have enough to stay the course.
But if you looked at last year's final between Gabriela Sabatini and Seles, boy, they were both sweating at the end.
That's the whole idea of 5 sets, though. I think everyone sweats in the 5th set.
Well,
unless you've run out. Unless you've run out of sweat.
You could play some 5-set matches at Wimbledon where the points are very, very quick.
That's true.
Ooh, Here's another break point for Navratilova. Percentage-wise, she's in much better shape. She has broken only once, but has had only 2 chances. Seles has broken twice, but has had 8 chances. There's the break. So we're back on serve, and we come back. It will be Navratilova to serve, trailing 3-2 in the Navratilova. But we're back on serve in the third set. Seles got the first break in this third set, but was in turn broken.
The perfect jam serve from Martina. Location is huge as we see her scores from last year. Winning the first set, dropping second and the third, coming on strong in the finish. I think, Arthur, the fact that Monica played that match last year and went through one of these, I think it'll help her today. So even though a 2 out of 3 set match, as you stated, she'd only be 3 games away from winning, she knows she's got to win a lot of more games, a couple more sets.
In this game in 1984, Martina Navratilova won more money than any athlete in the world except 3 boxers, over $2 million. And that record stayed true until this year, and Monica Seles, by virtue of being the #1 player in the world in the bonus pool of 500,000, has overtaken that. There's Billie Jean King, Craig Carter.
And something to remember about Martina's record-breaking year up till this year was that $1 million of that was given in one big chunk by the ITF because she won all 4 Grand Slams in the 1 year, in 12 months.
The longest point of the match so far. Got Monica talking to herself in English.
Game point.
Yeah, I'm sure Martina's glad she won it, but she doesn't want too many of those long points either.
Pam, let's say that again. You said that she won all 4 consecutively and in the same year. She didn't, in fact.
Yeah, it was in 12 months.
Right, 12 months, but not in the same year.
And that's game to Navratilova. We are even 3 games off, so she's never really been credited with a Grand Slam, legitimate Grand Slam, and it's sad. There it is, 84, 85. That's what we're talking about. It was, she won them consecutively, but not in the same year. Don Budge did back in 1938, Maureen Connolly in 53. Later won it twice, in 62 and 69. Margaret Court in 70, and Steffi Graf, the latest, in 88.
And it was Helena Sukova who down in Australia in December of that year that put a stop to it. The score was about 7-5 in the third, a very dramatic match.
It was a semifinal at the Johan Grass.
Martina said that's the one match in her career that she has regrets over.
And then Chris won the championship that year down there.
It's good.
Well, that was a difficult shot. Martina did get her racket on it. Now watch this. She just drops it barely over, and Monica comes up over the highest part of the net and loops it in. That's not easy.
No, and Monica had great instincts. As soon as her ball hit the net, she knew Martina was probably just going to play the little bloop over the net.
30 love.
40 love. Seles holds on. We're on serve 4 games to 3. Third set. 1 set all in this best of 5 sets. Singles final.